Hello, callers. Welcome back to Viva Barca, and welcome to another interesting episode where we are going to be discussing on the latest stories. We start with Neymar, as Neymar prepared to make a big effort for Barcelona return, but Xavi not really convinced you now. We are going to be discussing on that as we progress. Secondly, talking about Marco Verratti, as the PSG midfielder wants to stay in Europe, remains on Barcelona's radar till now. We are also going to be discussing on that. So guys, as we get right into the full story, please do ensure to subscribe if you haven't. If you are just coming across the channel for the very first time, you are highly welcome. Consider liking the video and please watch it right up to the very end. The controversy surrounding Paris Saint-Germain and their star players has been almost never ending this summer, not least the drama surrounding Neymar amid speculation of a possible return to Barcelona as the Parisians look to clean up house. The Brazilian superstar's name has been circulating within Spanish media consistently, with word coming through that he would like to leave France to return to the club he left some 6 years ago. So, over the last couple of weeks, there have been plenty of rumors about how Neymar's move might materialize. Given Barcelona's stringent budget, it is unlikely they will be able to pay a fee and match his salary to boot, even if they were to try to bring him back. As such, there has been a chatter of a loan deal as well, with some outlandish reports also suggesting that the loan could be facilitated through Saudi Arabia. Now, according to reports from journalist Adrian Sanchez, Neymar has let Barcelona know that he is willing to make a big effort in order to, help his return. This presumably implies he is willing to take a significant pay cut in order to speed things up. However, Sanchez also states that Xavi is not entirely convinced. The manager does not seem to share the vision of his return, which is understandable considering his rebuild has been centered around young players who will form the basis of his new system for years to come. Signing Neymar, as good as he may be, would be a deviation from that strategy of putting faith in the young talents and allowing them to develop mentally and tactically. Barcelona will have a lot to do in terms of registering the players that are currently on their roster, so it is far-fetched to even think about any more signings at the moment. As for Neymar, he reportedly has no shortage of suitors, but the strength of his desire to rejoin Barcelona will become evident in the coming weeks. So what is yet to be seen is whether Xavi has a change of heart. Of course, we have been getting a lot of contradicting reports lately about this Neymar saga, as we have been hearing that Xavi has softened his stance on the Neymar coming to Barca, but now this report particularly is saying that Xavi is still not convinced about Neymar returning to Barca, and also the report trying to insist that Neymar is really pushing for a Barca move. He wants it to happen at all costs. He's prepared to make a big effort. And when we talk about big effort, what can that big effort be? Big sacrifice. A huge sacrifice in terms of like salary cut, possibly. And of course, he's pushing to join Barca. And we've been hearing a lot of scenarios, a lot of things that Barca will try to, to do in order to see that this Neymar to Barca deal comes to pass. Of course, President Joan Laporta is a huge admirer of Neymar, and the president is reportedly open for the player to return, unlike Xavi Hernandez, and the player is also happy for the fact that a majority of the Barca administration staff are open to that. That is why Neymar is pushing for a move. Of course, Neymar and PSG have seen their relationship sour of late as the two parties are in a serious standoff, as Neymar have been left out in group trainings recently, and of course, Luis Enrique have made it clear that the Brazilian is not part of his plans for next season. And that is why Barca have been trying to pounce on this opportunity, which is not an easy one to go through. Neymar's salary will definitely be a big hurdle because Barca, as it stands, realistically can't pay Neymar's salary, but of course, despite the reports of Neymar open to a salary cut, even the salary cut, it will still be a big issue, right? Because we know that Laporta, when coming as president, have emphasized that the highest paid player for this Barca will take 10 million. Robert Lewandowski takes 9 million. The highest takes 10 million. And of course, nobody will go above the 10 million euro mark, except for players who did sign their contracts under Josep Maria Bartomeu's reign, like players like Frankie de Jong or Lenglet, who takes more than 10 million because it's a contract something. And that is why if Neymar is coming, do you expect Neymar to take 10 million or less? I doubt. Neymar currently takes at least, I think, 25 million per year. And if he wants to take a 50%, for instance, which means he will take at least 12.5%. But talking about 12, just up to 50%, which I doubt if Neymar will cut up to 50% of his salary. But even if he does, just a rough estimate, will Barca be able to pay that? That is another big issue. So even though we have been getting other reports of Barca trying to look for a scenario where a Saudi Arabian club should buy Neymar, of course they are able to handle Neymar's salary and everything. They have the money. Then Barca now will loan Neymar from that club for just 1 year and pay just about 12 million or so of the player's salary, while the Saudi Arabian outfit will pay the rest. Those are just speculations. Nothing has been concluded on that. Then on to the final story of discussion. Barcelona's summer of madness rolls on as the club continues to look at budget-friendly ways to bolster the squad. As is the case of almost every other window, the name of Marco Verratti has been floating around the club's spheres, with the Italians supposedly looking to leave PSG. Despite Barca still being a halfway off from making any signings, they are still chatted that Verratti is on Barca's radar, according to a new report from L'Equipe and also Mundo Deportivo. The French outlet states that amid all the drama surrounding PSG at the moment, new coach and ex-Barca boss Luis Enrique does not quite having Verratti does not quite have Verratti in his plans. It seems that Nasser El Khelaïfi has intentions to revamp PSG by parting ways with several key players, including Neymar, who has also been at the center of transfer speculation linked with a return to Barca. Given the situation, Barca might be keen on pursuing a player they converted back in 2017. The Catalan Giants actively pursued the Italian midfielder during the transfer window 6 years ago, although he ultimately remained in Paris. While PSG's Veratti has attracted interest from various quarters, the MLS stands out as a significant contender. Both Los Angeles FC and LA Galaxy have shown considerable interest in acquiring him, and Saudi Arabian sides have also attempted to lure the midfielder with substantial offers. So guys, with that we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye bye.